state distinguished by its cultural diversity, agricultural potential, natural resources, and remarkable landscapes. You only need to be in the air landing here before you can see what indeed God has done for this land. It is not by accident that Taraba's slogan is nature's gift to the nation. It reflects the beauty and the fertility of the state's terrain and landscape, and the warmth and welcoming nature of its people. And let me interject to say, since our arrival here, you will think that everyone in Taraba is expecting us. Everybody greets us with a smile, and we have eaten and drank and did everything that we need to do here in Taraba. I've spent only a few hours here, but I feel like staying and coming back again and again. Taraba is home to Chapal Wadi, Nigeria's highest mountain, the Gashaka Gumti National Park, and the iconic Mambila Plateau. It is home to nourishing rivers, including the one from which it derives its name of its landscape. It is the economic value that can be created. That is what makes today's unveiling of the Taraba Regional Development Master Plan is all about. Development, as we all know, requires vision. It requires planning, and it also requires consistency. A master plan provides a framework for coordinated growth, responsible investment, infrastructure development, and better use of public resources. I commend Governor Abu Kefas and the Taraba State government for embracing this long-term approach to development. I also acknowledge the progress being made by the Taraba State government across areas such as education, healthcare, infrastructure, economic development, security, and social cohesion. The decision to make primary and secondary education free and compulsory in particular is very, very important, and it has given this state its central meaning. Taraba will require for its next phase of development educated young men and women who will work together for it to achieve its potential. The state government has also continued to support students by meeting examination costs, including more than 1.8 billion provided in 2026 for NECO, BECE, NAPTEP registration for public students, etc., etc. And that is why the federal government, through the kind of support it is given to its subnational, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has from the onset told everyone that cares to listen that there must be a coordination between the central government, the federal government, and all the subnational for Nigeria to actually reach its full potential. He feels that it is not only in Abuja that development can happen. Indeed, the vast population of the people of Nigeria are living around the 36 states of this country and the FCT. Therefore, he has taken deliberate, intentional steps to have an inclusive development, and Taraba is already benefiting from the vision of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Across the state, the federal government is investing in critical road infrastructure that is opening up communities and connecting Taraba more effectively to the rest of Nigeria and the neighboring countries. For example, on the Mambila Plateau, work is progressing on the Gembu-Mbanga-Yang Road, a long-awaited project linking communities towards the Cameroon border. The federal government is also undertaking the reconstruction and rehabilitation of Bali, Sariti, Gashaka, Gambu Road, while interventions have been made on the Jalingo, Mutumbiu, Tela, Wukari corridor. Who says that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's vision is not about Nigeria and Nigerians? His vision for development is not centered around anywhere. What he thinks about Nigeria is that every part of this country must witness development, because that is what makes a nation. More recently, the federal government has approved further interventions, including the as thanks to the kind of vision and the commitment of Governor Abu Kefas on that. For Taraba, the opportunities are so immense. Its agricultural potential can contribute significantly to food security and agro-processing. Its natural and tourism assets can attract investments and create jobs, while improved infrastructure and energy access can open new economic opportunities for all the people within the state and beyond. But development must ultimately be about people. Young people must find opportunities. Women must have greater economic inclusion. Farmers and small businesses must be connected to markets, and communities across the state must feel that development belongs to them. This is also the thinking behind the federal government's economic reforms. The removal of petroleum subsidy was a very difficult decision, but it has created additional fiscal space for governments at all levels. Between June 2023 and December 2025, the federal government reported that subsidy reform mobilized 15.8 trillion in additional resources for the federation, with approximately 5.4 trillion accruing to the federal government, and double of that, about 10.4 trillion to states and local governments. Now, where are those who are saying we do not need the removal of subsidy for us to grow as a nation? Just take a moment and think. Before President Bola Ahmed Tinubu took office, at least 27 out of the 36 states in this country were unable to pay salaries to their workers. They were unable to build classrooms. They were unable to do those things for which the people voted them in. But with the kind of policies that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has instituted, it has created enough fiscal headroom for governments both at the federal level and at the state level, and of course the local government, to have enough resources to undertake developmental projects for their people. We are sitting in this hall today, Your Excellency, because of that singular decision of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. These resources are the old period where there were no resources for people to vote for. There is no going back for. There is no going back on fuel subsidy. The federal government's intention is to consolidate on the gains of this reform for the greater good of all Nigerians. This is where there is still much work to be done. Indeed, there is no time that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has said that this work is finished. This is a continuous business, but the direction must remain towards building an economy that can create jobs, support businesses, and finance essential public service sustainability. This is where communication becomes very critical. Information is not an afterthought to development. It is part of development itself. And that is why at the Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation, we are committed to ensuring that government policies and programs are communicated accurately, clearly, and in ways that citizens can understand. We must not only tell citizens what the government is doing, we must also listen to them, address their concerns, and encourage their participation. Indeed, this is part of the reason that I'm in Taraba and in Jalingo today. I therefore look forward to an even stronger partnership between the Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation, and indeed the federal government as a whole, and the Taraba State Ministry of Information and Reorientation. The vision contained in this master plan that we are about to unveil today must go beyond government offices. It must reach the farmer, the entrepreneur, the student, the trader, and communities across Taraba, because a plan for Taraba must ultimately be a plan owned by the people of Taraba. Your Excellency, as Taraba begins its next chapter, I encourage the state to remain focused on implementation. The success of this master plan will not be measured by the ceremony at which it is unveiled, but by the roads that it has built, by the businesses it has created, by the jobs it has generated, by the communities it has connected and lives that it has improved. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate 35 years of Taraba State, let us celebrate not only what Taraba has been, but what Taraba can become. The federal government stands ready to continue working with all sub-nationals, including the Taraba State government, and all stakeholders to advance sustainable development, national unity, and inclusive prosperity. Let me use this opportunity to once again congratulate His Excellency Governor Abu Kefas, the government and people of Taraba State on this very important anniversary. And I commend everyone who contributed to the development of this master plan. Only this afternoon, as I was sitting with the governor, the executive governor in his office, my colleagues, the Honorable Minister and the Honorable Minister of State for Housing came in. And they came and made 3 requests. The first request was that they have come to hand over some housing to the state government. And the governor, I was sitting there, he said, that is done. We can do that in the next 30 minutes. The second request was that they needed a clarification on a land that has already been given by the state government, but there were some issues relating to the removal of some structures or transfer of some of those structures. There and then he pressed his bell, invited the Secretary to State Government, and said they should go there immediately and take a decision on that. The third request was that they wanted land for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's vision of building at least 280 houses in each state in this country before January next year. The president's vision is that these houses will be started, will be completed, will be commissioned, and will be handed over to people within those states in the next 4 or 5 months. And there and then again, the executive governor said, I have a land for you. I have one in Jalingo. I have one in Sardauna. I have one in this one. SGF, where's the Secretary to Government? Please follow them and show them the place. They say no, they needed to write a letter. I say write a letter. And indeed, he ended this way. If there are other states that
2 of them are from Ukari. 1 is from Bali. Yes, sir. 1 is from Karim Lamido, where I come from.
Schools. Welcome to.
Excellency, please don't depart the stage. She's making her way. Congratulations. Congratulations, those who came from Rwanda. We appreciate your work and we celebrate you for Taraba 35. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the Governor of Taraba State. What a glorious moment for Taraba State it is. Let's celebrate all those who have ascended, who have given prizes, who have received awards, and who have held special positions, like the President of ANA, who has done so on behalf of the entire Northeast, but she comes from Taraba State. Your Excellencies, would like to crave your indulgence that dinner is served and the people who are bringing it are coming to you straight away. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.